There we go. So hello everybody on YouTube. My name's Alden. I've posted some videos. You can see them all before me. Some of them are going to be workout videos and some are just comedy videos. Sometimes just me just flaunting my guitar skills. Anyway, I'm an aspiring comedian. You know, if you've seen my videos before, you've heard this speech. And I'm just going to have some fun, just play some fun, you know, maybe tell some jokes. This is, I guess, the beginning of something, you know, like this is like where it all starts, all this creativity online, for the world to see. I was alone. I was all by myself. No one was looking. I was thinking of you. Yeah, did I mention you? Something like that. It's actually the first time I've actually tried to sing that while I was playing it. It's just a goofy song. For those, you know, the 1994 Dookie Green Day album, it's a hidden song. All by myself. It kind of reminds you of Billy Idol. You know, not say with myself, you know. I can just do all. I'm just gonna like switch around, just like do like what's the right word? The term for it? When somebody just jumps around, I'll think of it. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing. Just from song to song to song to song. I'm just going to be, it's just old song, a lot of songs people know from all generations, from a lot of different places, different bands, groups, whatever. And then I'll tell some jokes. I'll just go ahead and let you see it. Know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a lie if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. Try to set the night on fire. Hang on, maybe that song is played a little too typically like this. I think I should try something new. Surprise! Alright, so here are some of my jokes. I've only masturbated once in my entire life. And when I did, I finished a particular type of beer bottle. So if anybody ever asks me do I masturbate, I say once in a blue moon. I passed by a minivan the other day. It had a sign that says baby on board. And I said, man, that's intense. That baby's signing up for the family heist. I think if you add machine to anything, it makes it sound cooler. Like I didn't wash my clothes in a washer. I washed them in a washing machine. I'm not a dancer. I'm a dancing machine. And I'm sad to say, a relationship of mine just ended because of a vibrating machine. It's not what you think though. It's probably more unique. I just want to see how much more a chihuahua could shake. But she was special to me. She helped me fulfill a fantasy of mine. That fantasy was to make love like they would in a porno. A romantic porno. And true to life it was. Definitely like a porno. Because a few minutes in I started buffering. So there are a few of them. I can do, some more songs. I'll just mix it up. Some people say, man, that's that guy's specialty. He's great at it. He excels at that. But instead of saying all that, they might say something simple like, man, that's his bread and butter. Which I understand what they're trying to say. I know what they mean. But it's kind of strange to say that. Because it's like saying the better you are at your craft, the more carbs you get. I love the idea of a zombie apocalypse. More women want me for my brains. More men will too. Because even as humans, I get hit on by guys. So I definitely will if they're zombies. It seems like I'm going to be the one getting head in that second scenario. But in 3 out of 4 of those situations, I gotta let her know straight up, I'm not just a piece of meat. Now, I'm not gay, but I would have sex with a woman wearing a Johnny Depp mask. So there are a few more. What else can I do? I did that one. just want to say I hope everybody's cool during this whole time. You know, I really can't say that I'm all that scared. You know, it just seems like all the facts are leading towards it's just hyperbole. But anyway, I wanted to put these videos out, and I want to start doing them again more often. Now that I don't have all this, I've got a little more free time. Now, eventually, I'll maybe, I've got sources of income that I can try to utilize even beyond the job anyway. So, it's... And I think this is a really good time for anybody with a creative mind. And it seems like a good time for a lot of people because people are helping people. They're dealing with the situation, even though the situation itself isn't fair, or it's not rational, or it's not this, that, whatever. We don't all know all the facts. But, for whatever it's forced us to do, people have worked together. That shows hope. That shows promise. Like, a solid step in a better direction. Whether or not that turns out to be something temporary or long term, we all hope for the best. But come on, momentum. It's just a hard thing to pull back. So whatever. I just wanted. I'll get a little serious and philosophical, but really, I just wanted to be entertaining. And I guess. Hopefully people will see this video more often. Maybe my videos be more uplifting for them, because something that's different than coronavirus this, the coronavirus that, blah, 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 blah. But why can't we just have fun? Like my favorite scene from Goodfellas. No, I should tell everybody. I go through routine, and it's a frustrating thing to try to get into a routine for me. I mean, not with everything. Some things are just like it's just a common thing. I just do it. But some things I have to keep reminding myself to keep doing. It's not always easy. So I guess beyond just the jokes and playing some songs, from other bands, I'll tell you about more. I mean, you already see my workout videos. Well, that goes beyond just what I do there. Or what you've seen in the video so far. There's other stuff. I do have that bench press machine, and I utilize that as well. I mean, in fact, last week I hit it pretty hard, and it shows. I also have these 12-pound weights that I only keep them inside, but those are how I get more definition, and I'm getting it. It's just, doing it on the human body, and not everybody has. I don't have horrible genes. I just, I think I've got a little bit of just extra that, other people might not have. I mean, obviously people have it worse and better than just about anybody you see, But I've been eating a lot healthier. I don't eat meat that much anymore. Not even tuna, but a lot of beans, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. I'll get frozen vegetables, but they're not anything added. I just stay away from artificial stuff. A lot of apple cider vinegar, honey. I do the intermittent fasting from noon to 8 p.m. That's my eating window. I did read up you can, break those rules a little bit. I try not to, but sometimes, I smoke weed, so I'll get the munchies, and I try to put that at bay with just drinking water or decaf coffee. But, sometimes you're just hungry and nothing's filling that void. But, I mean, I'm still going in the right direction. It's just sometimes you gotta, bend the rules, twist them, whatever. Sometimes just straight up break them. And I hate that. But, I really am staying consistent. I'm doing a lot of cardio. I wake up almost every morning at the same time, 7:30. Or, it may be a little bit more than that. Because sometimes I know I need to get a little more rest than usual on a given night. If it's just been... Like today, I got up 7:30. I do meditation, and I like to get my mind right. I make tea every morning, and that's the good thing. This whole coronavirus, even if I don't really have any respiratory issues anyway, but let's just say let's just say that I was some kind of threat, or there was a threat within me to get coronavirus, and I would get sick from it easily. Well, I eat grapefruit almost every day. I make tea, and healthy tea, nothing artificial. It's just natural and caffeine free. I don't really need caffeine. I like the idea of being able to just fall asleep to take a nap easier. I like coffee, so I just do decaf just to get the nutrients. Where was I going? Oh, anyway, I just make the tea. I add lemon, lime, and grapefruit wedges. It's healthy tea, also caffeine-free tea. And then at noon, what I always love to do is it just seems like my go-to meal with extra added stuff to it. But like this is the base of it, which is I really like like peanuts with honey, and I'll put honey also in the tea at noon, but not until then, and not after 8:00. Just the only thing I do overall, no food, just club soda, just purified water. I don't get it out of the sink. I wouldn't suggest drinking from Lancaster water. Really just any water that has what do we call it? What's that stuff? Fluoride. Yeah, I don't do fluoride water. I'm sure people are wondering, because when I work, I always get a pitcher of soda water, and people who, if anybody I know from work is watching this, you know what I'm talking about. It's it's just a thing with me. Because I always like to have water around, but the only water they have besides club soda is water I just won't drink. So anyway, I keep it pretty. Sometimes I'll eat maybe let's say a tortilla to add a little bit of carb rush, because it's pretty much just beans, fruits, vegetables, and not anything with a whole bunch of added sugar or added salt. I cook my own food here, and I'll buy those soaking overnight beans. And when I'm out, that's my backyard where those weights are. And there's also a place down the street from where I stay right now. It's called, for anybody in Lancaster, I can't, El Dorado Park. There it is, yeah. El Dorado Park. And there it is ideal for anybody that doesn't want to join a gym, but you want to have workout equipment. It's pretty flexible too. You can work out various muscles with each given machine. And I go there a lot for upper body workout. Not so much recently, which is not because of the virus or anything. It's just coincidentally. I've just stayed more so at the house to work out, which I've got the bench pressing machine, a curling bar, and the kind with the curves on it. I've got little handles for push-ups, so I'm not just doing it off the ground. It's kind of gravelly out there in certain places. I got a variety of weights. It's a work in progress. I'm just getting what I can when I can to help me achieve my goals. And eating healthy, like I said, a lot of water, tea, apple cider vinegar, this new stuff, pomegranate vinegar. I get that at 99. This is pretty good. It tastes good and it's good for you. I don't do eggs anymore. No chicken or anything. On my cheat day. I say it's Sunday. It is Sunday for sure, actually. But sometimes I indulge a little bit just to tie myself over. It's sometimes you're just really hungry and you need a little bit of a boost. So maybe I'll get I don't know, some kind of pastry or something like that. And I hate to do it. I feel like after watching or I used to hate doing that. But now I've been just soaking my mind with more and more information about things that I'm interested in learning more about. And it sucks because there's so much information about everything. And it's just like, how do you know which is the best? I think you just have to take one that you find that sticks out, like gives you something new, gives you something balanced, something this, that, and the other. And so I watch these videos, and you can learn how to do just about anything on YouTube. This is the craziest things you can do on YouTube. It's hard to stay consistent with every little thing. You got to learn this, that, and the other. But, it's cool to learn and see what you can take from it. Because it's just strange to think that all these little details, just with working out, like how fast you do a rep or, how many reps or drop sets and how often to do certain things and when to do this, that, and I think it's all about preference. And for me, I know so many details from different kinds of diets, and I've learned, all right, so stay away from these, do these, work on this, work on that, like push a little further, do more reps of this, and, that kind of thing. Like I'll do heavier sets outside and come do more and here. Now, it's hard for me to get definition, like I'm trying to, I'm getting it. The fact that I'm getting it in my stomach area, it shows real promise. Because that's the part that I used to work out. I used to actually have a trainer. I would work hard. I didn't realize how I was making all these mistakes with diets. And in certain ways, I was just in denial. It's like I had a sugar problem. I've worked on that though. And it's the results. It's been a transition. It's been like I've made a violent push into better eating habits and to be aware of what I'm putting into my body. I'm not super old. I might as well just discover all these important things now, so that I'm gonna look back and be like, I'm glad that I pushed myself. I'm glad that I didn't just keep doing the same things. Because what's the point? It really is like. But it really is a situation where you're destroying your hard work. Now, I kind of knew that anyway, and I knew what I was doing, but it was just hard to stay away from it. I think it's just stress eating. I hate to say, but that's the thing. It happens. I was younger then. I'm more mentally sound now. Well, anyway, I just, I could tell everybody more about me. I write in all these notebooks, all kinds of ideas. Sometimes I like to be creative. I've got a big movie collection. I'm sure you can see here. It is big. It's somewhat depleted though. Just over time, moving around, letting people borrow movies and never getting it back. That kind of thing. It happens. And in fact, over time, I've noticed more and more movies that I don't see that I used to have. And it's possible that a bunch of them are still in storage, just moved around different places. Some of them, it's kind of frustrating that I might have to buy them again or just, maybe not buy them again, but look for them on Amazon Prime, like just to watch, like order offline. Or something, because a lot of them were actually like really good movies. And I was just too nice with them. But anyway, I'm into that. I have all these books, and I'm trying to get into reading them. And I hate to say that I just have these books that I never read. But I just do. Like, I got them, and they're interesting. They are. But I am one of those people that I try to read, and I just can't. I can't focus. I'm sure that, maybe there's some kind of pill I need to take or something that will make me like, because they are interesting books. And it's like, I like the idea of reading. And now I have been to plays. I feel like that's a middle ground between movies, shows, and books. And I have read certain things, and I have taken, like tidbits from various books. But it's hard for me just to be a reader. I mean, ever since I was a kid, I tried to read as a kid, and I couldn't stay on it. And I hate this. It's not a lack of intellect. It's just something else. I think it's just maybe ADD. But I am going to try. I'm going to keep trying because they're interesting books and I like the topics. Anyway, these are all black lights. This is a whole guitar. Special guitar, actually. So I'm from Tennessee originally. Also, this is more about me. This whole idea of me being a potential, I'm not going to say potential, be a comedian. That's my aspiration, my ambition. And it all started when I was a kid. I just thought it was great. I love the entertainment industry in general. And I loved, I don't know, there's a level of stupidity that just is too much for me. And some people will tell you, like, certain Will Ferrell movies don't do it for me. More so in the early 2000s, like 2000 to 2006 time frame. For one, I like The Night at the Roxbury. But for like several years, just about everything he came out with, I just couldn't get into. But anyway, wait, what was I saying? I don't know. I'm sorry, I smoked weed earlier. Yeah, I lost my train of thought, but I was talking about Will Ferrell. I can't remember how I got to Will Ferrell. Anyway, there is a movie of his I really like. Oh, yeah, that's right. The level of stupidity in a movie. It's just certain, there's just like the stupid humor, like Dumb and Dumber, like they're stupid, but it's funny to watch. And to me, that's a great movie. That's hilarious. The same thing with like Ace Ventura, the first one. The second one, though, to each their own. I'm not going to hate on anybody who I'm not saying I dislike it. I'm not going to hate on anybody who loves the second one. Everybody's got their reasons. Everybody, we all like different things. So just whatever. But I just remember, even as I watched it as a kid, I loved the first one. I laughed so hard the first time I saw it. It was the first Jim Carrey movie I ever saw. But the second one was just one of those, they had clumped up they had comedy in clumps. That's the way to say it. Like, there were certain scenes that would be funny, but they were so, but what makes it dry is the fact that it just happens and there's nothing that really was comedic leading up to it. There's nothing really hugely comedic that followed it right away. It wasn't a fluid flow of comedy. It was just an isolated thing and then it moved forward. Not to say that they weren't trying to be funny after, but it was like, this part, it was kind of like a bigger jump, a comedic jump. But I don't know, the first one just had a flow to it. It's just a constant ongoing laughter for me. The second one, I was like, So, that's what I was saying about Will Ferrell movies, sort of like Talladega Nights. And the thing is, it's been so long since I saw it, I might even like it now. But I doubt it, to be honest. It's just... Anyway, I just love all kinds of movies. I was going to also add on, if anybody has not seen Stranger Than Fiction, that is actually the first Will Ferrell movie I saw that made me think, well, he could do a little bit more with his acting. Because, like I said, I didn't necessarily hate every movie that he did before that one. But it was the first one where I felt like he just toned it down and started acting. And for those who haven't seen it, it is a surprisingly good movie. because at least for me, because like I was so tired of seeing the same character on film in some kind of way. It was kind of like it was just like it was the same brand of humor within sort of a parameter of different details and features and certain